Mental discipline. If you want to control the things going on around you, this video is for you. If you want to remain a child and you want to rely on others to make the simplest and biggest decisions, then get out of here. Let me wait for you. Get out. Why are you still here? Okay, so listen to me carefully. We will start with a quick example of what mental discipline is and what its actual value is, and then 10 quick steps to get out of this video with someone else's mentality. Grab a cup of coffee and let's begin your life. You can only be full of happiness and success if you have focus and control of your mind. Imagine going to a buffet, being overwhelmed by the choices and wanting to eat everything in sight. While you may want to come back 2 or 3 times for more food, you know that you will later pay the price of getting sick if you overeat. Therefore, you can use self-control to eat only portions and foods that you can eat without overdoing it. This is an example that can also be used in your life. When you have mental discipline, you can make informed decisions without giving in to temptation. Sure, it's not always easy to resist, especially when you're dealing with comfort foods, but you know you have to stop yourself because it will cause problems. One benefit of developing such control is that you will eventually not be tempted to indulge in it. You will know your surroundings and stay within it without thinking too much about it. Although the buffet is just an example, you can use this analogy in many aspects of your life. Now there are 10 steps for your mentality to be from another world. Each step is as important as the next. Make sure to listen to them all. If you do not benefit from this video, I will throw myself into the swimming pool while it is snowing. 1. Develop new habits. When building better mental discipline. If you want to develop a new habit, you need to allow yourself anywhere from 18 to 250 days, according to a study from the European Journal of Social Psychology. The new practice will become automatic for most people by the 66th day. So, your new habits will not become a part of your life overnight. Your habits are actions that have become automatic for you, and you don't have to stop and think about doing them. For instance, you buckle your safety belt when you get into the car. You don't realize you're doing it, and you don't think about it, but you do it. The same thing can happen with other aspects of your life. A disciplined brain likes habits because it helps it to function more efficiently. Automated actions help to free up some of your mental resources so that you can focus on other tasks. 2. Eliminate temptations. If you've ever been on a diet, you know that you must remove the temptations from your home to be successful. It's challenging to develop new eating habits when you have a drawer full of snacks calling your name. When you remove the temptation from your presence, it doesn't have the same power over you. Sure, you're still going to crave and want these things, but if they're not as easily accessible to you, it makes it harder to get them. If you want a disciplined brain, you must remove the temptations from your path. 3. Always have a plan B. If life teaches you anything, it's that you must be flexible. Things will never go as planned, and you may need to alter your route. So, while you're making your goals and deciding where you want to be, make sure you have a plan B. It's essential that when your device has this backup plan, you don't think of automatic failure, but you need to be realistic. While you don't plan on using it, you need the other roadmap for purposeful course correction. Mental discipline will allow for adjustments in your path, but you must keep moving forward no matter your setbacks. 4. Dust yourself off. When you stumble, there's no way you'll be perfect and never make any mistakes, as it's unrealistic. The disciplined brain can see that when you make mistakes, it's all part of the learning process. You must pick yourself up and try again. How many times does an ice skater fall before they learn to do a triple axel? They certainly don't start on the ice doing flips and landing perfectly, but it's a skill they must acquire. They wouldn't know the proper stance and speed to make the perfect jump if they didn't fall twice. Don't expect perfection when changing your mental discipline, but know that you can try again. 5. Define your goals and a plan to achieve improved mental discipline. If you want to obtain a higher level of self-discipline, you can do so by having a vision for your future. It would help if you had a plan or a roadmap for your life. To start, you must define what success is to you, as it's different for each person. It's much easier to get sidetracked when you don't have a clear destination. When you take the time to develop a clear plan, each step you make is done with purpose. For instance, you won't spend that extra money on a new car because your goal is to be debt-free in 3 years, and a new car won't fit into the plans. Well-disciplined people know how to stay on track, and they do it by becoming emotionally connected to their journey. It's easier to see the finish line when you have an emotional connection to your goals. 6. Sports and meditation. Sports have many benefits for mental strength. Here are some of the benefits of exercise for mental strength. Boosts mood and reduces stress. Physical activity releases endorphins, which are the body's natural, happy chemicals, and reduces levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Thus, exercising regularly can help boost your self-confidence and improve your self-esteem. Reduces depression and anxiety. Studies show that exercise improves symptoms of depression and reduces the risk of relapse. When you are actively exercising, your mind is occupied with the activity at hand, and you do not have time to focus on the stresses of the day or your fears. This increases mental discipline around meditation, helps build stress coping skills, increase self-awareness, focus on the present and reduce stress. And negative emotions. 7. Identify your strengths and weaknesses. Everyone has a few weaknesses. For some folks, it's video games and electronics, and for others, it's junk food. Regardless of your vulnerabilities, the real issue is the amount of control it can have over you. Identifying both your strengths and weaknesses is essential to securing your mental discipline. You're not doing yourself any favor if you pretend these weaknesses don't exist, and you're causing yourself great harm by living in denial. Never throw your hands up and say, "Whatever." Instead, you need to realize what you struggle with, and it's only with the proper mindset that you can overcome them. 8. Alter your perceptions. Your beliefs greatly limit you. Perhaps you want to run the 5K in your local town, but you only think you can run 2 miles, so you don't sign up. If you don't believe you can accomplish something, you won't. Consequently, if you think you can run the race, you will push through. It's all about willpower and your ability to press through your judgments. When you develop a mindset of unlimited willpower, you can strengthen your mental toughness. Your internal perceptions about willpower and self-control will help establish your level of discipline. Everyone has subconscious obstacles that stand in their way, but your drive will help motivate you to turn your dreams and goals into a reality. 9. When it comes to mental discipline, practice makes perfect. No one comes into this world with a disciplined mind, but it is a learned behavior that you develop over time. Have you ever seen a slip tennis player play with elegance? They do not suddenly decide to play racquetball, but rather they must practice from a young age to develop this skill. Why are some players better than others? It's all about the amount of time they spend training, and their focus and discipline play a big role. These individuals certainly have other things to do, but their self-control pushes them to reach their goals. Practice makes perfect, and practicing self-discipline can get you where you want to be. 10. Realize your mind is weak. Your mind is restricted by rigorous limitations, but your consciousness doesn't have these constraints. Sometimes you need to look beyond your mind and realize that you have another energy source from which you can draw strength. There will be days when you feel mentally and physically exhausted and don't want to keep going. You realize that you must push yourself, as this is what being disciplined is all about. If you get here, you deserve advice from outside the box. Listen to me carefully. You must have final thoughts about getting better mental discipline. You have the power within you to do anything you set your mind to accomplish. It takes focus, willpower, and determination to get the mental discipline you want. Developing a disciplined mind is not an easy process, but it is worth the effort. In the end, I hope I was not too burdensome for you. Write to me in the comments about ideas that are running through your mind so that we can make videos from them. Thank you all. Peace.